hat, a book, a blanket, sunglasses, gum, phone, Nintendo Switch, iPad, chargers, headphones.
And this is a very large adoptive family. I think they have 12, maybe even 14 kids at this point. And then I noticed this comment, and I thought to myself, I know the reason why they can afford it. It's because they exploit their children and their trauma online.
Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be discussing the Dougherty Dozen, but first,
coffee.
And people like hearing about them. I am now invested in talking about them, as basically all there is to it. Alicia, I've got a few things. So Alicia is in one way or another addressing the haters or addressing the trolls, addressing commentary channels such as me and RadiantBritt, who talk about her YouTube channel, because let's face it, she is a channel on YouTube. We both discuss family vloggers and mummy vloggers, so she's going to end up on our radar, particularly if she starts doing problematic things such as sharing medical information, telling the world stuff about her kids that really she has no business doing. A plethora of other things. I've made plenty of videos on her before, and RadiantBritt makes great commentary as well. RadiantBritt made a past video, and I've also noticed, she pointed it out, and I have also noticed this as well, is people, whether it be fans or not fans, either way, I don't condone it, making hurtful, sometimes racist, horrible remarks towards Alicia's kids.
The people that are targeting them have some issues with racism. It's very clear to see, and it frankly makes me sick to my stomach.
You would have thought that, oh, maybe like it's got to be someone who just doesn't like Alicia. It's got to be someone out of the fan base. And I've seen these comments as well. I read the subreddit page quite regularly, and I've also seen these comments like on the TikToks and things. There's loads of them, and even if they're not racist or derogatory or horrible in that way, some of them are just plain mean towards teenagers and children, which obviously is completely disgusting and horrible. I don't discuss her kids on my channel. The only time I will ever discuss, I never name names. The only time I ever have to discuss kids is when I'm pointing out something that Alicia has done which involves her kids. That's the whole reason why we're here. So I have my own thoughts and opinions on, do I believe that all of those comments are coming from the haters or the trolls? No, I don't. And the reason why is because we're going to get into it. Look, I get my fair share of hateful comments towards me, Alicia's fans, tell me all this kind of stuff, whatever. But the most hilarious comments, and I find them funny, okay, I swear to God, I find them funny because I don't take where I live extremely seriously, okay? People who say this, what they don't realise is that, I can't speak for everyone, but a lot of the British people are extremely self-deprecating. And by that, I mean, we are constantly taking the piss out of our own government, out of our country, out of the people that live here. We're very like sarcastic, self-deprecating people. And I can't talk for everyone, but some of the comments that I get might offend some people, but I just choose to not let it offend me. And they are specific attacks about where I live, how dare a person from the UK ever comment on an American ever, and we're going to get into some of those comments. So the very first thing that I do want to point out is that I was sent late last night, actually I woke up to it this morning, was this message from a viewer who basically sent me a screenshot from Alicia's, I don't know where this was on YouTube somewhere, saying, why does that awful RadiantBritt woman have such a down on this family? That doesn't really make a lot of sense. And do you know what Alicia said? She said, hurt people, which, by the way, it's just so annoying. Like, it's just like, so by you saying that, you're saying that absolutely anyone who has anything negative to say ever is hurt. So is every single person that works for the news or has to report on like on things that aren't the most fun to talk about? Are they deep-rooted hurt people? The whole of the BBC just made up of people that are just hate themselves and are hurt? No, if you find something interesting, you talk about it. I can't talk for RadiantBritt, but the reason why I cover this kind of stuff is because I find it interesting, and this is the kind of stuff I'd be watching even if I wasn't making commentary. And the people who subscribe to me are the people that I would be if I wasn't making commentary. There's a whole community of people that like hearing about family vloggers and mummy vloggers. Anyway, this is the reason why I make commentary on it, because I find it interesting. We just keep pushing ahead with being ourselves and spreading joy, and it's like, oh, for the love of God, you do this because you want to make money. Like, yeah, I get the fact that, yeah, you'd be doing it to spread some joy and spread some bloody fairy dust. I get that, but at the same time, you're doing this primarily because you've become accustomed to the amount of money that comes rolling in. If people don't like us, they're free to scroll past. And the thing is that the thing is with this is that she has now acknowledged the fact that she knows, she definitely knows who RadiantBritt is. She knows who I am because she's actually blocked me over on Instagram. She knows who I am. She knows who Britt is. By acknowledging us and going, nah, it's nothing, is just confirmation that she doesn't see anything the matter with it. And I could just roll off loads of stuff that I've talked about that I find problematic. And by her addressing this and going, it doesn't matter, they just like basically hurt people, doesn't matter, she is now confirming that what she's doing is okay. The fact that she shares all of her kids' medical information, she uses them as props constantly, she talks about every single thing that's the matter with every single child. She posts reels where she's singling out children and talking about their medication. It is just, in my eyes, there was that one quesadilla video which still haunts me to this very day, of her basically forcing her child to be in a video even though her kid didn't want to be in a video. There's another one where she was telling everyone that her kid self-harms. Like, she has no filter, and that is going to be her downfall. I think it's going to be, I do think that eventually she'll say the wrong thing and it will catch up on her, because it's just sad the way that she seems to think that, like, that people are actually going after her just for the sake of it. If she didn't do things that didn't require any talking, then we wouldn't talk. I'm not just sitting here every single day going, what can I talk about this lady today? Like, that's not it. Like, I literally see something and I go, oh, okay, I'm gonna comment on it. And she doesn't get that. By her saying what she said has just confirmed the fact that she doesn't see anything the matter with what's going on. I just choose to spend my spare time. I have very little spare time. I'm not even quite sure how I'm able to get out as many videos as I am, because I feel like I'm like a tired wreck, which begs me to the next question, how she's even able to like look after that many kids and also get up at 5:30 and also run all of her social media. Like, at some point, and I reckon it probably is, something is breaking in that cycle, because even trying to get out one video a day on one platform that's, I'm not saying she does the most mad editing, but it's a lot of effort. And I do not have 12 children. I have 2, which people always point out. Yes, but I can understand, like, I'm a mum and I have to do mum things. Doesn't matter if you have 12 or 2, you still got to do mum things. She has to do it multiplied by however many, like loads. And so I can't comprehend if she doesn't have any help. I can't understand how she's doing it. Boy, it's just a shame that she won't realise that some people are horrible. Like, some people will just say things to her children, say about her children, like Britt said, or say things about her that are plain nasty. However, there does come a point where you've got to at least take a little bit of it on board. It's not everyone just being nasty and that's it. The reason why people get nasty, or there's a reason why, I'm not condoning horrible, disgusting comments, but there is a reason why people are upset about what she's doing, and she will not take that on board whatsoever. And that is the biggest downfall of pretty much any big creator who will not take criticism, like, who will not get it. Downright hate, ignore it, delete it, block. When you take into account all the like really big YouTubers that have, like, because she is very much still on the up, she's not plateauing, like, you know, fair play to her, she has got a lot of subs, but if you do not take criticism or do not take concerns of anyone on board, you will fall. Like, you will fall. And I'm not saying this in a mean way, I'm just saying from literal, from just YouTube history or social media history. And very often it's extremely hard for you to then get back up and still remain relevant and still have people that actually want to support you, if that makes any sense. So Alicia, if you're going to listen to anything, just listen to, if you're not going to listen to me and Britt, listen to the people who were supporting you, who did support you, and now no longer do because of reasons. I had this one woman, and I'm not going to post who she is or whatever, commenting and saying, I've watched every single one of her videos, but this is true. I don't agree with it anymore. I'm unsubscribing. And the thing is that if you don't take whatever I'm saying or whatever Britt's saying, if you do not take what we're saying on board, just take on board what those people are saying, because I was never a fan to begin with. Britt probably wouldn't have been a fan. I wasn't a fan of them to begin with. So don't take our critique on board, but take the critique of the people that literally hit unsubscribe because of your oversharing, like, greedy bullshit, basically. Do you know what I mean? Like, just take that on board. Okay, so the next bit, and oh my god, there are so many cars today. So basically, so the next bit is like, Britt did a video where she was basically talking about how the kids have, you know, there are, I mean, I've seen them, there are comments that are like heinous, like the most disgusting comments, and some of them are very racially charged, and it's not nice. It's not nice at all. You know, it's not nice to look at, especially about a child. And Britt did say, she was like, oh, it's the people who just hate on the Dougherty Dozen. And the thing is that I don't deny that actually, yeah, those people, like, a majority of them are just not going to like the Dougherty Dozen whatsoever, which is like, fair enough, don't have to like them, but you'd never attack their children. Like, what is the matter with you? Do not attack their children, and especially, why are you being racist? Like, really? Just not. In my books, like, no. If you're going to say that, you get blocked. Cannot be bothered with it. The way that I think about this whole thing, right, I get sent, I've made like some sort of a light-hearted humour about it. I've started just adding it to my community tab because I find it quite funny, but I am well aware that just because I find it funny doesn't mean that another Brit is going to find it very funny. They might take it offensively. I am not the most, like, I don't know, like, yeah, I love my country, but I'm not very, like, patriotic and stuff. And I don't think there's anything the matter with that. I'm just not very, like, woo. I don't know. And it doesn't mean I don't like my country. I know a lot of people like this. And, you know, Brits are extremely self-deprecating. We have a great sense of humour, and we're very, very sarcastic and dry. That's the way that we are. Okay. And the thing is that out of nowhere, like, and I mean this, out of nowhere, and this is why I think that some of the comments that have been left on the kids' whatevers, and they are being racist, this is why I just don't buy that all of them are going to be from haters, because her fans, right, her fans will out of absolutely nowhere just start going on about, I don't know, just about Britain, just like literally in general, just like literally just talking about the English, or just talking about like World War II, or talking about like colonization, or talking about like the Queen. And I'm just like, I'm so confused. And the thing is that I'll read some of these comments out, because to be fair, someone else might not find this funny. Do those people say that if the people in Britain were not of the same race? Would that still be acceptable to say? And this might be a bit like, oh, I hadn't really thought about that. But at the end of the day, we do live in different countries. It doesn't mean that you should be saying that about anyone who lives in a different country. Doesn't matter if they're of the same race or not, or they speak the same language. So I can't call it being racist, because at the end of the day, it's being like countryist. I don't know. At the end of the day, like, some people might find it funny, and some people might not find that funny whatsoever, and they might take it really offensively. And the thing is, it comes out of bloody nowhere. Like, it literally comes out of nowhere. And it's just like, these aren't even all of them. These are only ones that I've bothered to, like, actually screenshot. Sometimes I'll be talking to someone and then they'll just be like, they'll just randomly bring the Queen into it. And I'm just like, wait, what? I'm so confused. Or they'll just like randomly be like, how dare you talk about this American family when you're from the UK or something? And I'm just like, what? I'm so confused. Like, once again, what does that have anything, doesn't have anything to, I can sort of understand if we're talking about it from like, if I'm talking about it from like, I've done a snack video before where I've even said, I've gone like, oh, I'm not entirely sure what it's like over in the States. I can understand it if we're talking about like geographically, I can understand. But just literally if it's nothing to do with that, if it's just literally out of nowhere and it's just meant to put me down because I'm not from the same place as you, can you understand why that might be an issue if I was of a different race? Can we just think about that for like one moment? And these are her fans. This is why I'm not buying the whole racially charged comments towards her kids are not her fans, are all haters. This is why I don't buy it, because they have no issue saying this. And I'll read some of them out. Okay. Dougherty, not super complicated. The English shouldn't have colonized so much of the world if they weren't willing to keep up. But once again, like, that doesn't have anything to do with anything. I think it was just the way I was like pronouncing her name. Fascinating that someone in UK is judging someone from the US. Europe would be nothing if the US hadn't bailed them out during World War II and given out millions of dollars to rebuild all Europe. I won't waste my time listening to this channel anymore. She basically, not only is her history a little bit inaccurate, but that doesn't have anything to do with anything. Like, the comment, I'm not joking, had nothing to do with anything. She was literally just trying to attack me because I'm British. It wasn't anything. There was no mention. You can watch any of my videos. I never mentioned anything. She was literally just trying to attack me because I'm British. That was it. It was just like, I won't listen to you anymore. But then the only real reasoning she gave was because I am a British person, I'm English, and I'm talking about an American. And I don't mean this to be like, and by the way, one of my best friends is American. Like, I do not have nothing against America in general. And I do not want this comment section to turn into like this, like, oh, the British versus, I don't want that at all. Because that is doing the exact same thing that I'm saying isn't okay. Don't want to see those comments. Like, please, can we not have it? That kind of stuff happens a lot. Okay, for the more funnier ones, this is really funny. Why do you care how others spend their money? It's not yours. Ye, who pays British taxes and support the crowned heads, look at what they spend money on. Shouldn't you worry about spending in your own country? This is the thing, I wasn't actually talking about like how Americans spend their money in general. I was literally just talking about like how Alicia spends her money, and I even said I'm not quite sure if there's like food shortages or whatever. But she, like, once again, and these are from different people, I'm just gonna let you know, these are all completely different people. Nutrition is talked about more in America. How do you know that? Medical problems are talked about more in America too. Once again, how do you know that? We eat snacks, so do we. Get over it. Do you even get a slice of wedding cake from all those royal weddings you go to? You don't even get a snack from the royals, do you? Maybe you should target your queen. My queen? my own personal queen. Okay. What's her spending like? I couldn't tell you. And it's your money she's spending. Haha. It's like, this is nothing to do with anything. I'm talking about Alicia's snacks. I'm literally talking about Alicia's snack, her stockpiling of snacks. And this comes out of nowhere. Like, honestly, some of these comments, I have to reread it again. And I'm lucky that I have supporters who find it funny, who are also British. Like, because it's so silly. There's so many things I could say. This is the thing. Like, and I'm not going to get into it because otherwise it's literally going to turn into like this like bashing thing. And I'm not going to take the biscuit out of our Queen Lizzie, all you want. I mean, I personally, I really don't care. I said that to someone who actually, some people would find that, take that really offensively. And there are people who make racial ass remarks about her kids. So if these people are saying that to me, can you think about what they'd be saying about some of Alicia's kids? That's all I'm gonna say. The only reason why I'm bringing it up is because of Britt's comment, like, of, you know, of the racist comments that have been going around. And it's like, I'm not surprised, because these are the kind of things that I get sent. And I'm British. Like, I don't know what people actually want me to say to that. Like, I don't know. What do you want me to say? Like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm British. What do you want me to do? Like, put on a fake American accent? Because I promise you it'll be crap. All right, it'll be crap. But I'm lucky that us Brits just have the greatest sense of humour and we can laugh this off. I'm not very patriarchal. So that is good. Can you imagine if I was? Imagine if I was proper like Britain first. Could you imagine? I mean, you know what I mean? Anyway, this has been way too long, but thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.